Hello, hey everyone, and welcome in to Melanin Gamers podcast. This is actually a midweek podcast because we wanted to talk about all of the showcases that we've been seeing. As gamers, we have been eating very good, very good. I've got two of the team with me. We've got Obsidian Fury
What's going on, squad?
and OG Ataku.
Yay.
And it's me, your hostess with the mostest, creatively Andy. And so we're going to dive right into our thoughts about all these amazing showcases that we've seen. OG Ataku, I'll go to you first.
Yeah, this weekend has been crazy for game announcements. I think it's mad that we recorded the podcast saying the game's coming in June, and then literally by the end of that week, all the lists changed for the whole year.
Literally.
Games I wasn't interested in, I'm now interested in, and there's just so many. Like my personal favorites, like big ones for me is Monster Hunter Wilds. That one when it comes, can't wait. Yeah, new Monster Hunter game, open world. It looks amazing. Just yes. Obviously, Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero. Like for all my otakus out there, we knew it was coming, but we didn't have a date. And then now they've shown us some new gameplay footage as well as a date. It's coming in October later this year. And that's just going to be crazy. It's Tenkaichi Dragon Ball Z back again. I would say those are my two big favorites to come out. In terms of ones that I didn't know about, there's the First Descendant, something new coming from PlayStation. It's piqued my interest, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they come with.
Okay.
Yeah, those I would say those are my like choices or out of everything. Obviously I'm hyped for a lot of other things, but I know you guys got to talk about some of them things. So,
Yeah, bro, I've got a list. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, Black Myth Wukong. Can't forget Black Myth Wukong.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait. Like honestly, guys, we're eating good this year, especially if you're like, I don't know, a RPG fan, because there's a new Dragon Age. Yeah, I just finished Dragon's Dogma. Like, Dragon's Dogma and Dragon Age, both in the same year. Come on, my guy. Last year was Baldur's Gate. Like,
Yes, sir.
you know what I mean? If you're an RPG fan, we're eating good right now.
Mm-hmm. It's good. It's good right now.
Yeah, we are as gamers. Some of the games are coming out quite soon, which is crazy. They were like, oh yeah, coming out October. I was like, wait, what? Hold on, you're announcing this in June and you're saying October release date? What? Others obviously have a bit longer to wait.
I was so surprised that like there wasn't a lot like coming out in 2025. Like a majority of the games were 2024 releases, and I was like, what? Guys, we're like halfway through the year and you're telling us now?
I think that's good, and there's nothing bad about it. But I feel like
I disagree. Go on.
Wait, can I finish?
No.
I think it's good because we get in games ASAP, and also other games that are saying 2026 release, which we will talk about in a second. I don't mind that either. I'm always of the opinion that if you need time to like say as long as possible, say 2020, 2030 if you have to. Don't release a broken game. Cyberpunk were looking at you. For example, a lot of people had a problem with, which is a game I'm looking very much forward to, is Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
Yeah.
Oh, my jaw was on the floor. I was on the floor. I was like, oh my god, Prince of Persia. If you guys know me, I'm a huge Prince of Persia fan. Run like
Obsidian. Me and Obsidian thought it. Do you remember? Because Obsidian was like, she said there's gonna be 3 announcements for Prince of Persia, and she
yeah.
And I was like, what's the third one? And Suji's like, Sands of Time. Boom.
I don't think you guys understand me. Like, I look into the future. I'm a shaman. I can look into the future and see these things and then manifest it in real time. That's how it works for me, okay?
All I know is but people are just like, they slap 2026 release date. People are like, oh, what the hell? I'm just like, listen, you do what you have to do. I will wait for that game, because I know it's going to be good. I love that game. That game was like sounds of, oh my god, I can't wait, and I'm so excited. And I actually don't mind if it's going to take a while to make sure that the game is perfect, and when it's released, it's a whole game, and you take your time and you do what you have to do. I'm fine with that. And I feel like it's not going to be a side scroller. Like I've played the Prince of Persia.
It wasn't given side scroller vibes.
Yeah, it wasn't given side scroller vibes. which is
For the
fine.
cloud.
I like those games as well because I need my Prince of Persia content. So I'm just really glad that, you know, I'm fine when games are just like, yeah, we're gonna get released, but it's gonna take a while. I'm like, okay, cool. We're good to go. Following on from that, Obsidian Fury, you obviously have I knew you'd have a list
Yeah, obviously.
of games you're looking forward to. I'll go last as usual. We all know what I'm looking forward to, so I mean, it goes without saying. But go ahead, Obsidian.
There's a few things like you made a comment about how you wanted things to be done properly, and 2026 isn't that much of a stretch for you. And I think that this is one of the few summer festivals where I've seen a lot of, like, I think the last one we saw a lot of 2024 releases and 2023 releases, so that tempered a lot of people's expectation last year, whereas this year it's like bang 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 bang. We're seeing a lot of releases this year, and I don't want to be a downer, but I am concerned given the amount of layoffs that's happened in the industry, that they're cutting corners and they just want to release as many games as possible, if that makes sense. So that's when I saw Prince of Persia 2026, I was like, yeah, in context of everything that's going on, I was like, oh, maybe I'm bugging. Maybe it's like these games were already like at the finish line and then they need a little push. Whereas I'm always concerned about how a lot of these games are coming out and there's been a lot of layoffs recently, and it feels like they just want to get out products as fast as possible. And we're going to get like a Redfall situation where they know the game is not ready to be released yet, but because they're under strict deadlines and timelines, they just release it and it just flops massively. So that is one of my concerns.
I thought it was because they've been working on it in the lab, but to ensure that they had time to make sure they release a finished product, they didn't say when they're going to release it. Because if you don't tell anyone a date or tell anyone to expect this game, there's no expectation for you to get it finished on time. And then when it is finished, you can go, boom, here's the game.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I understand. So a lot of the game, so I'm going to do deeper research into this. So if it's a game that's like been pushed back and now they're releasing it, then I'll be more concerned, rather than if it's a game that's hasn't had a due date, and then they say, okay, now is the time that we're going gold and we're going to be like, okay, we're now releasing it. So that's fine. Okay. Now to my list.
Yeah, let's go.
First off, I saw Horizon Zero Dawn, RIP Lance Reddick. And I saw the Lego version of that, and I think that this is a franchise that's like capable of becoming like an Assassin's Creed, where it's like the amount of stories and the amount of like this is something big enough to become a franchise in and of itself. And considering how diverse that game is, I'm actually really looking forward to it, because I know that if Lego's getting their hands on it, it's not too far. I don't expect it to be too far away from like a Fortnite feature.
I mean, Aloy was in Fortnite. And
oh, really?
she's in Brawlhalla too, and
yeah. Okay, so
they've done a VR game as well.
Okay, so she's making the rounds. Aloy's making the rounds, which I'm glad to see. A big one that we haven't talked about is Civ 7. The last time I played Civ 6 was a month ago. The last time Civ 6 came out was like 8 years ago. So the fact that people are like Civ 7, I can't actually believe they're doing this, because Fireaxis games, I think it's Fireaxis games, they make like, of the franchises they make, they make two of my favorite franchises, which is XCOM, and I know you guys hear me talk about XCOM a lot. They make XCOM and they make Civilization. Now, the fact that they're coming out with Civilization 7 is crazy. I can't believe they're doing this. I actually can't believe they're doing this. I thought that maybe after Civ 6, but I've heard like no news about Civ 7, and the fact that they just dropped this is we're going crazy. We're eating Civilization fans are eating good, because Civ is such a massive game that like people still play Civ 6. It's been 8 years. It's like
I can imagine. I know people still play Civilization, but everyone knows it's been 8 years since you guys' last update or whatever.
Literally, so we could eat, right? And so going forward, I'm really looking forward to like Civilization 7, right? Then there's also, I saw Phantom Blade Zero, that looked good. I saw No More Room in Hell, that looked good. I was really disappointed from Batman Arkham Shadows as being a VR game. I thought that maybe, but considering like how turbulent that particular IP has been recently, I'm just a little disappointed. I thought we might be returning back to like that kind of Arkham game, but I can understand like how people might not be like the entire IP is like up in the air right now because of it hasn't been performing well. I can understand from that perspective. So I was kind of disappointed from Batman Arkham Shadow. So I just think that maybe they could just move away from the Arkham franchise and just start something new in that universe. But like I don't think they have the choice.
They
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That was exactly. That was they were meant to like do better. But anyway, like you said, First Descendant, Black Myth Wukong, Killer Bean made me laugh, and then I saw a couple of horror games from Bloomhouse. Those were really good. Obviously, I don't know. Are we going to talk about Ubisoft Forward? Like, can we talk about Ubisoft?
We're
Forward?
talking about all of them, like all the show. This isn't just a specific showcase because I've got
Okay.
everything.
Star Wars Outlaw, Warhammer 40,000.
And hello, I mentioned Prince of Persia in the
Prince of Persia is goated, and then obviously Assassin's Creed Shadows. When I saw the gameplay,
hey, that's my list. That's the only thing on mine. That's my whole list.
Briefly, when I saw that, I'm like, vindication. Vindication would mean that they had something to prove. In my book, Assassin's Creed from Mirage, they had nothing to prove. The Mirage was a little basic for me, but the way I like soothed my soul with it was like, this reminds me of Assassin's Creed 1. And if this is the direction they're going in, I want to see more of this going forward. And I think that I think they delivered when it came to the gameplay showcase. They delivered so hard. This is the first time in a very long time where I looked at a game where I'm like, oh my gosh, I could genuinely sit down and lose myself in this kind of world and that kind of thing. So I'm looking very much forward to Assassin's Creed Shadow, like I was looking forward to Assassin's Creed Mirage. So yeah, that is my like complete take.
Fair enough. Go on, Anzi. Just let us know how you feel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Go on.
Okay, obviously Assassin's Creed Shadow is the best game in the world. I can't wait for that game. It's going to be amazing, brilliant, perfect trailer. I didn't need to see gameplay. I told you they could have dropped the logo and I was already playing that game. But I'm so glad that it was brilliant. I knew it was going to be brilliant. It is brilliant. I can't wait to play that game. Not too much has to be said because we already know that I'm in there like swimwear. We haven't mentioned any of the indie games. Of course, the AAA games get a lot of publicity. There's a lot big budgets go towards that. But some of the ones from Wholesome Direct that I'm looking forward to, which I'm surprised you didn't mention, Obsidian Fury, is Tiny Tires, which is like Micromania.
Yes, that's the one I was looking for it. I saw that. Yeah. I saw that. When I saw that, I'm like, yep. I don't know. I went onto their website to try and find a way to like apply to work for them. I'm like, my brother, intern, I'll do it for free, bruv. Let's go.
So that looks really good. I can't wait for that. Also from Wholesome Direct that I thought looked good was Discounty, which is you manage your own supermarket. And if you guys know me, I love stuff like that. And also Magical Bakery. Magical Bakery also looks, I love, like what we said a few podcasts ago about Cooking Mama being, you can't play it anymore, can't even buy it anymore. This Magical Bakery looks like it's pairing my two loves of like baking simulation games and also magic, which is pretty cool. Another game which is, so that's what I'm looking at from like the Wholesome Direct showcase. So these are more like wholesome games and indie games. And another one this is AAA is South of Midnight, which was like a sleeper for me. It just came out of nowhere. I was like, hold on, what's this game? This looks nice. This looks good. The protagonist is a black woman, and obviously that piqued my interest. And it's looking like it's mysterious. You're like folk tale kind of thing, and I feel like it's maybe going to give me some of basically it looks good. It looks like it's you get to like you learning to weave ancient powers and all of this sort of stuff, and I'm like, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. And
they're the guys that made Happy Few. Oh yeah.
And obviously I can't not mention this because Life is Strange. Come on.
Yes.
Life is Strange. What? Yes. They really gave that to us. I was like, wait, hold on.
Prequel.
So that's why I said gamers, we are like, there's just so many, there's not going to be enough time to play all of these games, which I'm glad that they're staggering some of these releases. Like,
there's never enough time.
There's never enough time. But that was why I was just like, listen, by the time I've played all these games, it will probably be 2026. And then Prince of Persia is coming out. So I'm glad that these games everything has different timelines. And we all already know that the new Call of Duty is coming out on Xbox Game Pass day one.
Oh yeah, Black Ops 6. Yeah.
Very interesting that they're not selling it, but they're putting it on the Game Pass. Controversial.
It is controversial because I do believe they said that during the acquisition, they did say that they're going to keep the Call of Duty franchise open to all platforms because that was the main thing.
It is open to all platforms. You just get it day one on Game Pass.
True. It's interesting because that was one of the arguments that they said that will cause a monopoly, that the fact that it wasn't because Microsoft was acquiring it from Blizzard Activision. It wasn't. Oh yeah, obviously, and Star Wars Outlaws. I saw that. So that looks amazing. I want to actually see a lot more gameplay from it before I start committing my money to. But actually, brings me to my next question. Like when it comes to marketing, I don't know I can't remember who I was speaking to, but most consumers, especially during this time period, we only have enough money 3 to 4 games per year. So there's your standard games like previously Call of Duty, FIFA for like the average player. They don't have enough money for like 5 games. Now, as good as we're eating, we're gonna get full at some point. So you have to trim the fat. So what games do you think are not gonna make the cut, even if they deserve?
That aren't gonna make the cut. They deserve to. It's hard to say right about now until they release.
Assassin's Creed, I think, is going to make the cut because of I think a lot of AAA games are going to make the cut because of the amount of marketing that's been pushed to them. But so for me personally, what I do is I get my AAA games, but I always save money for my indie games just because I know that I don't want the gaming industry to grow. I need to put my money into these spaces, so I purposely hold back my money. But not everybody thinks like me. So what games? So we'll do 2 different categories: indie and also AAA. What AAA games do you think are not going to make the cut?
I think I could answer that question at this point in time. Like, just statistically, I would say any of the live service ones. Because with any live service game, there's a 50-50 shot. So First Descendant is a free online shooter and one of the games I'm interested in. That's why I said I'm still waiting to see more from it, because as a free online shooter, there's a 50-50 shot whether or not they fly or sink. So I'm waiting to see more from that one, but that potentially, how they go, those live service games.
Anzi, how about you?
Sorry, I'm not entirely sure, but with me, it's probably close to the time when we see a demo, and then we're seeing sort of the hype.
No, you have to pick one. You have to pick one. You have to pick one now.
I'm not sure, because look at I will give you Anthem as a reason. Anthem's hype was insane. Everyone thought this game was going to smash out the park and all that sort of stuff. Around the demo time, just after the demo, people are like, "Wait, hold on, what's happening? Where's the rest of it?" And so I think that is when I will really be able to decide, because right now everything's shiny, and the people who cut the trailers probably working for the same people who cut the Transformers trailers.
True.
Every Transformers trailer, I'm like, oh my god, this is the best film in the world. I go into the screen, I'm like, what the hell? So whoever's cutting the trailers, they're earning their paycheck.
Yeah,
all I'm saying is
people are like, they get paid. Like
the trailer cutters, they obviously they stand on business. They do what they need to do. Trailer can't tell me much. When the demo gets dropped, then I will see what maybe does deserve. Right now, it's just too early because it's just all these shiny new trailers.
Agreed. I think from me, it's First Descendant, like you said, and I think that if I'm being absolutely honest, considering the games that have come out, even though I wanted to play it, it'll probably be Black Myth Wukong, because I don't know that publisher, I don't know the developers, so I don't have. It's tough because it's like a weird catch-22 where it's like, I haven't played any of your games, so therefore I don't trust you to make the games I like. But in the same way, I'm like, I need to try new games. If I have the money for it, and like I said, I'm always I always put money aside for indie games. If I have the money for it, then I'll definitely buy it and play it, even if it's like I don't like it. But from what I've seen so far, I probably will like it, or I probably like it won't get into my top rotation of games. I think games like that are meant to be an experience rather than replayability, if that makes that. But I do want to play Black Myth Wukong because I actually want to get more into those. Yeah, just last thing, I want to play Black Myth Wukong because I like the way this industry is going, where we're diving into like different kinds of cultures, like in depth, but like in a palatable way for the West. So, and whilst respecting the source material, that's what I really enjoy. So as long as that keeps on happening, where we're like diving into these kinds of spaces, and it's like we're really like broadening our horizons in the game.
I love anything that's Journey to the West. So the second I saw Black Myth Wukong, I was like, that one. I was like, is that the Monkey Kid? That Goku? Yeah, that one. Yeah, I've been following their journey and their development process for a while now, and the gameplay and stuff we've seen in that last showcase has come so far from the early videos they were releasing of it, which is why I have faith that it will be good, because I've seen the work that they've put into it over time.
All right, bro, you've convinced me. I'll buy it.
All right, so my question for the group is just, out of all the showcases, who do you think smashed it? Like, I'm talking in like not just. I mean, you may just have the one game that you're like, oh yeah, obviously they smashed it. They had that one game, but like, who do you think came hardest with this weekend of showcases? Ubisoft, Xbox, PlayStation, or Wholesome Direct?
Going to say Xbox smashed it. Like,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a PlayStation diehard. Anyone that knows this, but I can't lie. I need to know what's happening in Xbox because I thought they bowed out the game. But Xbox came so hard with their showcases, like the games that they're announcing and dropping now. Where was this energy, bruv? Like Microsoft, where was this vim? This is what you needed to be coming with. I was watching the Xbox showcase as a PlayStation player, like, yo, is that Gears of War?
Yeah, that's true.
It's like they got like Gears of War, they got Doom, like they got like,
oh my gosh, Doom.
Right? It was all looking good. Yeah.
I don't actually know which one was my favorite. I will say I obviously because of Assassin's Creed, I will say Ubisoft, but I will give it to Xbox. They came in like, yeah, we're ready for this, you know.
Yeah.
And
Ubisoft Forward was very good actually, also as well, because
yeah,
they had bangers as well.
I know, like every showcase was excellent. That's why I felt it was a hard question. But to be honest, I just think like I feel we lowbarred it for Xbox because of recent goings on and like their stance on the future of how they're taking the company in gaming or the console space, shall we say? But they came so hard, like they're dropping big name titles that people have wanted for years. Did you? But there was Perfect Dark. Like, you know, how crazy is that? Where was this Vim, Xbox? Where was this Vim?
It's true. And I'm like, yeah, okay. In the interest of time, I'll save it for the next podcast. But yeah.
Yes, let's save it for the next podcast, guys. We've been at time some 15 minutes ago, to be quite honest with you. So we're saving it for the next pod. It has been a great discussion. I think we're all very much looking forward to all these games, which we can still talk about. And of course, we can't wait to play these games as well and to do game reviews and all that good stuff. I can't wait to check these games out and see how things are going. Let us know if there's any games that we missed or that you guys are looking forward to that maybe we didn't mention in the comments below. Sorry, go on.
Nah, saying we missed a bunch, so let us know what games you wanna, let us know what games you want Melanin Gamers to cover. Let us know what games you want that content for, and we'll get it done. We'll be in the lab.
Definitely. So yeah, I've been here with OG Otaku.
Yeah, yay. Keep it OG.
And Obsidian Fury.
In a bit, MG Squad.
And it's been your hostess with Moses Creatively Anzi, and this has been the Melanin Gamers podcast. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you all later. Bye.
Bye.